Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm Samantha if you're new here, and I'm a therapist. I'm creating a video every day for a year. This is video 359. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you had an amazing day or night, whatever time it is when you're watching this. And today I wanted to talk about something real quick. I'm going to do a quick one today, I think. Maybe, we'll see. You know how mine go. They're just go and go and go. So I saw this on Instagram. I thought it was really cool. This is just, talking to our bodies. Our bodies are responding every minute to what we're thinking and saying to ourselves. So we've got to speak really nicely to our bodies. So this was actually at the Berlin's Charité Hospital. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If not, well, oh well. The doctors documented a case that changes how we see the mind-body connection. A patient who had struggled with an autoimmune condition and chronic pain for years decided to try something unconventional. Alongside her medical treatment, she started talking to her body. Within a few months, her inflammation markers dropped, her joint pain disappeared, and her hormones stabilized. She didn't just think positive, she built a real dialogue with every cell. Psychoneuroimmunology backs this up. Your thoughts literally shift your biochemistry. The key shift is that when she stopped seeing her body as an enemy and started treating it as an ally. So she wasn't fighting against her body. She was flowing with her body. And so the ritual she used, the daily ritual was, she said, "Dear body, today I choose to be your friend, not your critic." That's the number one thing. Hold on for just a second. I choose to be your friend, not your critic. How often do we criticize our bodies or ourselves in any way? So remember to talk really, really nicely to yourself. That's the first thing. And then to my cells, I give you peace. You're safe now. I fill you with love and gratitude. To my immune system, you're my wise protector. I ask you to relax and move in harmony. To my pain, I hear you. Thank you for the signal. Now you can release the tension. To my heart and vessels, soften. I give you permission to find an easy rhythm and fully restore. To my past, I release you. Resentment and trauma no longer have a home in my world. I bring my energy back to right here, right now. I love and accept all of you. Today is our healing day. Beautiful. And they say why this works is when you speak to your body with care instead of control, you switch from stress mode to repair mode. Your body knows how to respond to that. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my gosh. So what's funny is, before I saw this, and I've seen these before, I've studied all of this. And I've talked to my body for years and done all these things, but today I did a special, different type of practice. It wasn't that special, I guess, but I've been having like really bad acid reflux for the last few days. And I've been diagnosed with that years ago, but I haven't really had pain from it or anything. And I started having pain in my solar plexus. Well, I've got a lot of changes going on around me and a lot of things. And that's fear, of course. That's part of it. And so I've been working through that myself. And today, with intention, I said to my body, hey, what do you need today? I just really sat there and instead of doing my organized yoga routine that I would have done, I just took my mat out and I kind of just sat there and did all my stretches, laid there and did stretches on the floor and just kind of listened. And I heard it say, just need to rest. So I just was like, okay, we're going to rest. And that's going to be my goal. Yet again, I think I've mentioned that before. We've got to rest. Sometimes we don't know that we need rest. And by God, my acid reflux has not really been acting up too much after I did that. So your bodies, or our bodies, listens to, I'm trying to speak and I can't even speak. Our body's always listening to us. Our words are spells. So what spell are you casting over your body every day when you're criticizing it or even criticizing someone else? That is affecting our blood pressure. I had a client today. It was so funny. She was like, man, why do I get so upset over traffic, for instance? Or, I just think it's rude. We went through all the, what do you think whenever you're thinking that? And, and it's raising the blood pressure basically is what we don't want to do. And I said, well, that's something externally controlling you. And so you might be upset at not only at them, but you're mad at yourself for giving them your control that you perceive that they have over you. Because as soon as you let anything outside of you control you, then you're not going to be very happy. So it's like you're giving you're tossing your ball of power to them, and you're saying, man, I'm going to let this bother me so much, then my blood pressure rises. Now, how many times have we done that, and then we didn't come down off of that before we got upset about something else, and then just kept going and going, and then you're in a chronic state of stress, and then that's when disease starts to invade the body. So we got to be real careful about what we're thinking. And if you're out in traffic, like, you got to reframe that. And I know we're going to have those days when you're just like, because I'll have those days about once a month, and not so much anymore, but I used to when I was like out a lot more. I'm not out as much as I used to be, but there'd be like that one day when I'm like, I don't need to be out in public right now. I need to go back home. I need to go to bed, be alone. I need to be away from people. And so we all experience those days, I think, and some more than others, but always look at anything outside of yourself as it's going to have control over you unless you reframe it and change the meaning of it. So I look at it as like, if we're waiting on somebody, let's say, to turn or do something, take a moment and just breathe and say, hey, this is my life. I'm in my now. I'm living right now. This is awesome. And just focus on something else. Focus on what you want instead of what you're actually seeing. And that can be our biggest challenge, because everything around us looks so real, and we forget to focus on what we're actually wanting. And so start speaking to yourself really, really nicely. Oh, and another thing was, we talked about judging, like she was judging the other people, like they should know to go when the light turns green. They should know that if you're in a drive-through and there's 2 lanes, this person goes, then this person goes, and then this person goes, and this person goes. They take turns. They should know that. That's rude. And so we had to look at that as like, we're judging them. And again, we're taking the focus off of myself, abandoning myself, and jumping out of our body and wagging our finger like, you should be doing this. So why would we want to do that when we can go back within and use our power for good for ourselves, instead of going back to the old addiction of looking outside of the self for some sort of, I mean, what do we even get out of that? Nothing. We just get more mad, and then the blood pressure goes up. And again, if you're feeling angry or some sort of like low vibrational feeling, I think it takes like hours sometimes for those chemicals to go back to homeostasis, balance again. So, and then if you're doing that over and over throughout the day, you're never really in balance. And so then you're in survival. So your body and your autonomic nervous system makes you feel like you're just constantly out of whack. And then that's whenever we have disease and disorder. So start talking to your body. And maybe I read that little ritual, just maybe, voice record it or something, take a note of it or make it your own, and just say that to yourself every day. And I wonder what would happen, if you challenge yourself to do that for a month or something. Just like, what would happen? I'm all about these challenges. I'm doing, 75 hard, and I'm doing a video a day for a year. And we did the 21-day wealth attracting habits. I'm all about challenges. I love them. I think they get us focused. So it's just fun. It's fun to experiment with this. And, but I really did this morning with intention. I was like focusing, like, I wonder what this is telling me. And it did actually lead me to something yesterday. It was a total synchronicity. So I looked at it like, this is definitely happening for a reason, and it might not be the reason that I'm thinking, but I've definitely been a little more stressed lately. There's some more, like I've been working a lot more, and there's just been a lot on my plate lately. So I think that's what maybe caused part of it. But again, it led me to these different synchronicities, these different ideas that I wouldn't have had otherwise, and conversations I wouldn't have had otherwise. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. And it led me to think more, like I've been wanting to stop drinking coffee in the afternoon. So that made me stop, because I was like, that's just too much acid. I don't want to do that again. So I stopped drinking coffee in the afternoon, and like it immediately made me stop. And so sometimes we just need to go through something to make us stop doing something else or start doing something. And then I'm about to cook and make all these different recipes. Like I made this really cool, it almost tasted like ice cream for real the other day. And it was like Greek yogurt, a full thing of Greek yogurt, a full pound of strawberries, a pint of blueberries, and some cashews, because I didn't have walnuts, but I got some walnuts on the way, and some coconut flakes. And I just put it in the Vitamix. blended it all up, put it in the freezer, and then it was just amazing. It tastes like ice cream to me. It might not taste that great to everybody, but to me it was like amazing, like an amazing replacement for ice cream. So now I'm gonna get my fruit in again because I wasn't getting enough fruit in before. And I used to have smoothies every day for like 7 years. Did a bunch of smoothies every single day. I was having those and they were amazing. And so I want to get back to like more natural eating, I guess. So that's what happens again when we have some sort of health thing that pops up. I was like, this is weird that this is happening. This is so strange. And then sometimes I think we go through them to appreciate life more. You know, sometimes we get stressed and then we forget that, hey, it's okay. Like this is life right now. It's okay. This is for my benefit. So then I started saying, oh, this is all for my benefit. You know, and it really worked. It really helped. And I trusted that this is happening for a reason. I don't need to worry about it. It's just my body is like telling me something and I got to listen to it. So just listen to your body and start talking to it. That's the moral of today's video. Start talking to your body. So anyway, I'll let you go and hope you guys have an amazing day or night and hope you sleep well, whatever time it is. I'm going to go to bed early soon. I'm so excited. I love bedtime. Bedtime is just like, I love the morning time too. I get excited to get up, but I also get excited to go to bed. I love both. I love the kitty cuddles I get during the night. The cats just cuddle up and it is just the sweetest thing. I love it. So anyway, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and remember that you are so loved, and tell somebody that needs to hear that today, because we know that there's tons of people that need to hear that. And if not somebody else, tell yourself in the mirror. And remember to say, I love you exactly as you are. I love saying that. That is just so powerful, I feel. And even if you're having a physical ailment, say, I love that for exactly as it is, because it's teaching me something. It's showing me something that I need to know. It's alerting me to something. And remember to appreciate yourself, because what you appreciate appreciates. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.